And we're back. Welcome back to Geek News, episode 32. Jason won't be able to make it, and Max will be joining us shortly. But Dan and Mike are good enough to join me tonight. So I guess we can just go ahead and kind of kick it off. The big news seems to be Kevin Smith has changed priorities, even though I guess Clerks was supposed to come out, or not come out, but start filming this month. It seems that that's being pushed back for a Mallrats sequel. And basically what the question really is what does that mean for Clerks 3? Like, how delayed is that going to be? I don't know necessarily that we have that information, but it'll be interesting to see. But Mallrats will start filming next month officially. Dan, what are your thoughts on this?
I always prefer Mallrats more than Clerks, even though I thought Clerks 2 was hilarious. So, yeah, that's cool with me. Um, yeah, as long as he doesn't, like, rush Clerks 3 to try to make it, like, closer to its proposed release date before he pushed it back and, comes up with a pile of shit, I'm happy.
I can see that perspective. Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested. I'll be honest. I'm more interested in Mallrats, the Mallrats sequel, than Clerks sequel at this point. But what was that release date that he had for Clerks, or that tentative release date?
Well, that was supposed to be, before Mallrats, right?
Oh, okay. So next year.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Mike, what are your thoughts, opinions?
Well, yeah, because I heard this news actually off of their Hollywood Babylon podcast this past week, and I guess the whole reasoning for the rescheduling is because they did find a mall to shoot in that's like perfect, but it's going to be demolished like pretty soon. So the whole idea is that's why he's moving up to production so they can shoot the film, before they lose that location, essentially. But I'm with Dan. It's like I'd much rather have the Mallrats sequel come out first. I mean, I love Clerks and I love Clerks 2, but Mallrats has had this a long time coming, and the fact that you got so many of the original cast coming back, he's got, what is it now, 14 people confirmed, and he's got 4 more people on his wish list to go. I think Ben Affleck's the big one he wants to kind of wrangle in. We'll know if that's possible or not, but yeah, as far as I know, the whole purpose of the rescheduling is because they'll lose a location otherwise, and he thinks this is the perfect mall for it. So
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Then that's probably so the release date could be TBD anyways, since he might just be shooting it, hold off on production of the rest of it, switch over to Clerks, and then release Clerks maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Ben Affleck would probably be willing to do it. My question is whether or not he's going to actually have time, especially if the DC universe kicks off the way everyone hopes it will.
well, I mean, he's done with Batman versus Superman stuff. I think he was either supposed to start production on his new film sometime soon, or his new directing gig sometime soon, or whatever. But I'm not sure.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that was my only speculation at this point because I know he loves to direct when he's not doing. I don't really know what to call his roles anymore because they don't really seem to be superstar roles and they don't really seem to be fitting into what he used to do. It seems to be, oh, let me direct myself because I know how to give myself the best advice to be a good actor.
I'm cool with no Ben Affleck, really, but hey.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. And it's officially official that the Russo brothers are actually directing Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. Did anyone have any doubt that that would actually happen, Mike?
No, I mean, like I've said before in previous casts, that's still a ways down the way. They can botch up several things between now and then, possibly starting with next month, even though I'm sure they won't. Marvel's in a constant state of gambling, let's put it that way. So
That is very true, Mike. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out in 4 weeks, less than that actually at this point. Dan, what are your thoughts?
nobody wants to agree with me, but I'm waiting for this whole like stack of cards to fall over and the whole Marvel schedule to implode at some point. Uh, it's just planning this out so early is just it's asking to fail somewhere.
Yeah, I can definitely see your point on that. My question at this point would be, how well planned is it? That's really what my thought is. I mean, do they just have a high level idea of where they want to go, and they know that, or do they actually know what characters are going to die, what characters are going to they're going to try and switch out? I mean, how far down the line are they planning? That's really my question, because I think at this point, I think a little bit of it is hype, and the other piece of it is, well, here's our plan that we've got to go. We got to make sure we get everyone on the same page, and so we got to make sure we get all these people lined up and say, okay, here's why we want you for 5 episodes, or 5 movies, because we're going to stop you here, and that'll be it.
Well, that's the thing about Marvel in and of itself, is Marvel is a hype machine, and now that it's got the backing of the mouse, like, they can basically be very bold in their statements about like what's coming down the pipes and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna pay off, And it did with lesser known stuff like Guardians and everything like that, but at the same time, who knows? Iron Man, well, this is before the Disney acquisition, but Iron Man 2 wasn't as well received as the first Iron Man. Some people didn't like Iron Man 3. Some people weren't too fond of First Avenger. Who's to say this second Avengers movie is going to be a critical darling like the first one was?
Iron Man 2 was the fucking worst.
Hey, Max.
Fucking worst. Did you guys plan this? How do I come in right now?
So Iron Man 2, Gotham, racism.
We got one of the trifecta. Come on now.
Fuck that movie. That movie's terrible. Iron Man 2 is so bad.
So, besides your hatred of Iron Man, Max, what do you think of the Russo brothers being official as directing
Officially,
Avengers Infinity War Part 1?
The announcement that fucking underwhelmed the entire planet. Yeah, this goes right up there. Like, Marvel is like the king of underwhelming announcements. Hey, we're not letting anybody smoke anymore. Like, so what? Hey, look at us now. The Russo brothers are officially in, even though they were officially in like 4 months ago. So who cares? But yeah, no, I really did like Cap 2. So I'm down. If they keep on making good movies like that, then let them keep on making good movies. We've already seen some of the bad work they can do. We've seen some of the really, really good work they can do. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. I can definitely see Mike and Dan's perspective of planning out this far is definitely precarious, and what happens if something bad happens, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't envision it happening for a little while, but we'll have to see.
No, it's just how long this thing can carry on, and it's good to make plans for the future. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't come true, they don't come true. We'll take what we can get. So however long the train, however long this gravy train keeps rolling, I'm on. Just like keep the nerd stuff coming as long as people can stand it. Because I've been to the wasteland. You guys know what it's like. You guys know what it's like. You fucking nobody cares. Gives a fuck about what you're talking about. And yeah, so it's cool now.
And you get movies starring Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. So yeah, no, awesome. I'm all down for future planning. Do it up, guys. Do it up as long as you can. Do good work though.
Yeah, to me, I think the trippy pieces will be potentially the introduction. I don't know if it'll be necessarily introduction of new characters, but going back, revisiting older franchises if they don't have fresh, interesting ideas. That's really where I think the potential hang-ups will be. Like Thor 3.
We'll see how it goes. All you can do is keep hoping they make good movies. I like the Russo brothers, so yeah.
I love your eternal optimism, Max, from the man.
They already have my money. They already have my money. Like, just don't make Iron Man 2 again, please. I went and saw Iron Man 2 twice. because I was fooled the first time.
Well,
I was
wow.
fooled the first time. I had the Iron Man 1 blinders on. I couldn't even see it, and that's the other reason I hate that movie, because it tricked me.
You just heard a lot of action and clanging going on. You were like, yeah, this is great, and then you watched it.
Yeah, exactly. I watched it the second time, and I was like, holy crap, this movie is terrible!
Were you hypnotized by Sam Rockwell's dancing? Was that what it was?
Goodness, you're right, man. Those hips.
Wow. Alrighty. I don't know if I can segue
Alright,
from Rockwell's magical hips.
Oh man, good luck, sir.
All right. So the next piece of news is that David Lynch has left the Twin Peaks reboot. I'm not entirely sure what that actually means for the series per se. It could be moving forward without him, but I think it won't be necessarily the same. I never really watched the original Twin Peaks, so I can't really offer a good opinion on whether or not this upsets me or intrigues me. How about Dan? I think you said you like Twin Peaks a lot, right?
Yes, Twin Peaks was awesome. Basically, in the original, you had the dude that did Hill Street Blues, whoever that dude's name was, who kept the scripts kind of on par while David Lynch did his weirdness. And the weirdness is why I like Twin Peaks. So if they take him away, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're going to get kind of like a kooky procedural, but not like Twin Peaks. So that kind of bums me out, man.
I gotcha. Max, did you keep up with Twin Peaks?
No, I actually never even heard of the show until I talked to Dan. So, that's exactly how much I know of what's going on right now.
And Mike?
From what I understand, he left basically because they weren't paying him enough money to write the treatment for it. So it comes down to the money at that point. Which, I mean, yeah, he was kind of the father of that whole universe of quirky, weird characters. But let's face it, he also wrote and directed the prequel movie Fire Walk with Me. So it's not necessarily a god awful thing that he's left, because I will admit Fire Walk with Me is kind of hard to sit through. But I mean, if they can kind of keep to his weird dreamlike sequences, if they can kind of if any writer is able to kind of capture the tone that he had in those original kind of sequences, then it should be fine. I think honestly, for me, it was a lot of the characterizations and a lot of the actors that made that series for me. So as long as none of those people like jump ship, or if we get introduced to some new invigorating characters like that, then I'll be fine with it.
Interesting, Mike, that you mentioned that. I never realized that I've seen that movie, Fire Walk with Me. That was a bizarre movie.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Heather Graham shows up for like a minute, and she's not even naked, so it's hardly worth her time.
I like Fire Walk with Me, actually.
Dan, you would like that movie.
Hey,
That's the most terrible movie of all time.
at least you get the answer of who killed Laura Palmer, which was what Twin Peaks was supposedly about.
You got the answer of that in the show like years before. The prequel movie came out after the show was canceled, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole mystery of the show was who killed Laura Palmer.
You find out like
it started out with, and then it just like veered off to the right about all the peoples.
Yeah, but then it becomes about like demon possession in a cabin and stuff like that.
Yeah, the one-armed man and the little midget guy talking backwards. It was great.
Oh yeah, the dude from Carnival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This has you more intrigued, doesn't it, Max?
Yeah, you could tell.
Let's put it this way, Dan.
The more they talk about it, the less interested I am in that show.
Let's put it this way, Dan. I like Fire Walk with Me for just all the weird stuff. Like, I don't enjoy it for a story. I enjoy it for the fact that Ray Wise has that gigantic haircut.
Yeah.
He's just like yelling in the car, like, like I just like it for that type of stuff.
Watch the first 4 shows of Twin Peaks if you like Ray Wise acting crazy.
You're one creepy. away from a solid no.
And if you want to see the what was the name of George Costanza's fiance's mom?
What?
I can't remember, but she's in the series, and yeah, she is like insane for the first for the pilot episode. She's nuts.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely was a weird movie. I watched that when I was, I don't even know, like 10 or 11. That just bizarre to me. I didn't understand it all.
How many David Lynch movies have you seen, Philip?
That's probably the only movie I know of. That was unintentional. I believe that was like, because we got IFC, Independent Film Channel.
Like, oh, Firewalk with me. That sounds good. Holy crap.
That's how I got introduced. All right, so we did talk about this in a reaction, but let's bring this up in like our full live audience, which is Deadpool is officially rated R. Is anyone surprised? Is anyone excited? I mean, from my perspective, I would have been interested to see how they treated a PG-13 movie, but I think it being rated R means they'll be able to go where I think they should go, and I think it'll be fun. I'm kind of actually intrigued. I saw some recent photos that they're recreating the test footage, I guess, for the movie. So, Mike, you want to go first this time?
All I gotta say is, if all the marketing for this movie is like this, then I'm fully on board. Like I said it in my reaction to the trailer on my channel that I don't want a straight up movie trailer for this movie. I want Deadpool to talk to me about why I should go see this movie in the movie theater, and then maybe show some action in here and there, but just make all the trailers red band trailers, because it would, just make me want to go more. Like this is the first kind of Marvel film where you can just directly address the audience, and like I said, I hope he kind of brings up the awkwardness between Fox and Marvel Studios. I know they won't, but I'm desperately hoping he's like, yeah, it'd be fun to hang around with Iron Man or the Hulk. Oh, wait a fucking minute. No, it won't. And so forth, like that. And
That's cool.
I just want it to be zany and fun. And hopefully it is now.
Yeah, hopefully. Dan?
I like zany and fun. But if they make the movie like the promo stuff is going on, then I would be very happy. Also, I disagree with the Red Band trailer just because that is a good way to kill your film. Because if you make the Red Band trailer when you go to the movie theaters, there's guys upstairs with the projection equipment now that are like, oh, can't show it on this, can't show it on that. It's a very limited way to get that trailer out. If you do like one red band and the rest green, you're fine.
I can understand that point, Dan. Max?
I get that, but I think you actually could go all red band, especially in this day. This is YouTube time. This is, Twitter time. This is all this stuff gets put out anyway. Like the audience that you're looking to reach gets it. Like that's the thing. So they could try something new. Yeah, so go ahead.
You've got 11-year-olds shooting hookers constantly on their PS4s. So I mean, who are you protecting at this point? It's like
right. Like I think they really could, and since it's going to be a rated R movie, it's a Deadpool movie. That's a solid way to go. For this kind of movie, they can really do a lot of different things as far as this movie is concerned, and maybe get away with it, and maybe earn more money than that. Because okay, it's rated R, it's going to only earn this much money. That's you can tell. But maybe this one's the one that does it. If they do a good Deadpool movie, which is crazy zany wackiness, and then all they have is YouTube films of Deadpool doing crazy zany wacky things. Give me a break, dude. That's what's gonna get people in the theater.
I mean that's cool, but I mean you want to get the broadest thing. Now if you had Red Band YouTube stuff and then have TV spots that are like, hey, come see my movie, I'm Deadpool,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do for the promotion because I think there's a lot of things they could go, especially after I saw the April Fools, which I thought was awesome. I really appreciate it. But so we'll have to see going from there. So did let's see. So how many are you all looking forward to this weekend? A little Game of Thrones, a little Daredevil? No, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Game of Thrones, Daredevil.
Or if you want to go what, Ex Machina?
This is the weekend when no one will see me leave my apartment because I'll be binging on Daredevil definitely when I get home from work on Friday, and that'll lead me well into Game of Thrones.
Hey Dan.
I'm way behind on Game of Thrones, but I will be watching Daredevil.
Yep. Max?
My goal is to actually not sleep the whole weekend. I'm just going to watch Daredevil until Game of Thrones comes on. Till like there's only 13 hours of Daredevil, but I'll just watch that again and again until I get to Game of Thrones. So that's cool with me. You know, it's going to be a pretty like caveman weekend for me. I got lots of Febreze and deodorant, and I'm ready to roll.
Oh my God. Oh, such the visual there, Max. Yeah, so I'm super excited for Daredevil and absolutely for Game of Thrones. I was excited. Well, I don't know. I'll have to figure out if I have time with everything else going on. I wanted to see Ex Machina, the new. I don't remember who wrote it right now off the top of my head or who's directing it, but it's the new basically AI movie to kind of show the perspective of at what point does AI become a human and at what point does it become slavery, that whole thing, which seems interesting. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm super stoked for Daredevil. What was that, Max?
Philip, if you leave to go watch Ex Machina, which I've actually heard is a great movie, so I definitely want to go see it. But if you leave to go see it, you won't be watching Daredevil or Game of Thrones. So I don't see how you could do that.
I like the logic, Max. I like it. You're very correct in that.
But he could bring his phone, which has Netflix on it.
Yeah,
and
but
watch Daredevil in the theater while he's watching.
okay, yeah, no, cool. All right, do it up, man, do it up. Yeah, you're good. My bad, I forgot technology. Yeah, you're good.
And you'll take away from Ex Machina the most complicated story ever because it'll be like, oh, this AI's been enslaved and now she's fighting the Kingpin. What? Dragons.
Exactly. As it merges to Game of Thrones. Oh man, yeah. So that's awesome. Yeah, this past weekend I actually did get a chance to finally check out Kingsman. I actually recommend that for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. It's a very good movie. It's basically taking like an old James Bond style kind of movie and modernizing it with a lot of humor and a lot more violence, and kind of taking that irreverence to it. And it was very interesting, very different, very refreshing. And my fiance actually loved it too. So, did anyone do anything cool this weekend? Dan, Mike, Max?
I watched on TV, but I forget what now.
Nice.
I did a lot of sketching and inking and ended up actually picking up some of the early issues or the reprinted issues of Alan Moore's Miracle Man run that Marvel's reprinting because I'm interested in reading that. So,
Max?
I read. I feel like a huge nerd. I read the Star Wars books, Heir to the Jedi and Tarkin this weekend. I read them both, and yeah, they're all right. I'm gonna do a little write up and I'll do an extra pod for that. But yeah, that's what I did this weekend. I tore those books apart.
Nice. All right. So I'm gonna go into the video game news. There really isn't too much coming out this week. Mostly two of them are remakes. One is Dark Souls 2, getting remade for the next-gen systems of PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I mean, basically what it seemed like after I read up on it is if you're into Dark Souls, it's a good game to pick up because they're actually going to include a lot of the DLC and a little bit of extra goodies. But but if you've probably already played it to your heart's content, you may not necessarily want it. Let's see, then we've got the other remake is Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, which is basically a remake of a Wii game that they put on the 3DS. Which, I guess if you want, if you're into Xenoblade Chronicles, it's a perfect way to have it portable and kind of go that with you. And the other 3DS game was Etrian Mystery Dungeon. Dan, how did you describe that?
It's basically one of the Etrian Odyssey games, which is a really decent RPG for the DS, mixed with like the Mystery Dungeon games that are big in Japan. We got a couple of them, mostly the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. They're watered down and kind of kiddie. But basically you wander around and kill stuff. It's kind of a roguelike and kind of not in other ways. It's hard to describe, gentlemen.
Yeah, from what I read, I kind of agreed with you on that one. It's definitely very hard to describe. And then there was also some new news that leaks that there might be a new Deus Ex game handed out to us. So if that's true, that will be awesome and exciting. As well as 2K Productions, I believe is what they're called, made some people upset this weekend because, reasonably so, they decided to turn off, the servers for 2K14, considering 2K15 came out. Problem was, I guess they didn't test it, and a lot of people lost their saves. And I guess a couple people got really pissed because they were in like their 9th or 10th season of like simulation and doing all this, and it's all gone. And there is no way they can actually recover it because when they shut them down, I guess they were a little too thorough on their servers rather than like testing of just let's turn off and make sure everything's good. They kind of wiped it all out. So they've made some enemies, we'll say the least. And I just noticed, Mike, you said One Direction's going to potentially show up in Doctor Who? Is this true?
One of my friends posted an article on their Facebook yesterday about it, and they're saying like there's plans for One Direction to make an appearance in the next season of Doctor Who. And I came up with a theory that the band's actually made up of shape-shifting Zygons, and so Zane comes back to help the Doctor and Clara destroy them. And it turns out Zane's the regeneration of the Doctor's daughter.
Nice. Max?
Not bad. I like it.
It honestly sounds like it feels like there should already be fan fiction about this stuff already.
This is true.
All right. That's pretty much it for video game news. I guess we'll roll ourselves over to Max and see what he's got in the comic world.
All right. This is actually some kind of Doctor Who news. Arthur Darvill from, I think he was the 11th Doctor's companion with the Pond girl, the redhead chick, Jillian or something. Yeah, he is going to play Rip Hunter in the next CW superhero movie that's coming out. So,
oh yeah,
I'm wondering if we're going to see Booster Gold. That would be really awesome.
That'd be kind of cool.
So yeah, I heard about that. I thought that was pretty cool. So to tie in with the Doctor Who-ness that we just had going on there, so it's going to be One Direction, huh? That's going to be good and terrible. Hopefully they all get killed in the show. Not in real life.
Keep on doing what you're doing, guys. That's what makes you. That's what makes you beautiful.
Right. All right, and then we're gonna have a Star Trek Green Lantern crossover comic book coming this July.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. Star Trek Green Lantern crossover. So check that out. I couldn't believe it when I read it either. I might actually get that. That's a little ridiculous. So it should be good fun. It's written by Mike Johnson, who wrote a lot of Star Trek comics before, I guess. I haven't read any of that stuff, so I couldn't tell you how good he is or how bad he is. But at least he's got experience. And the art is by Angel Hernandez. So that's pretty cool. Check that out. Coming out in July. Convergence starts tomorrow, the big DC event. So here we go. I'm going to tell you right now, Future's End, terrible, okay? That whole thing was terrible. I lightweight am disgusted at you for features at DC. I know that really doesn't matter because you already have my money, so whatever. But it's going to start. Convergence is going to start with Astro City number 22 and Teen Titans number 1. And I'm actually kind of excited to get Teen Titans number 1. It's I don't know. I read the little synopsis there. We'll see how it goes when I read it, but it looked pretty interesting. So check that out. Convergence starts tomorrow.
Nice, thanks, Max. That's it by the way of news. No questions. Any other topics anyone wants to mention, or?
All right.
No, you're good, Max. I mean, you can be good. Good. I mean, unless you've got something to miss.
Do I got it? No. Did I miss? What were we talking? Did you guys talk about Mallrats already?
Oh yeah, that was number 1, man.
What are your thoughts about Mallrats being pushed up? And basically, I said it was because that they found a mall they wanted to film in before they blew it up.
I don't care. I just want him to put out movies. So whatever movie he wants to put out, that's fine by me. Whatever. Like Clerks 3, I know it's gonna be good too. Like I know he said this is gonna be his crowning achievement, but that doesn't mean that his next movie is gonna be his crowning achievement. So yeah, do it up. Whatever. That's cool. I'm not freaking out.
Nice. I like it, Max. Here. Hey, did you all talk about Mallrats? Well, I don't really care, but it's kind of cool.
I mean, no, it's cool and it's good because I like Mallrats, and if he wants to do that movie first, then awesome. Because I know Clerks 3 is going to be awesome, but Clerks 3 is a little more low key. You don't have to do crazy stunts in the Clerks movie. So.
Oh, and yeah, the Russo brothers are signed on to direct Dogma 2.
Oh yeah, awesome! There it is. I'm sure you heard it here first. Oh man, that's the bombshell on him. That would be great though. Like super spy, Dogma movie. I'm down. Let's do it up.
It might actually work. I mean, you could have like the Armageddon going on and shit blowing up, and yeah. One Direction singing along, and
Oh my, this is just devolved. All right. Well, I think we're good. I think we exhausted all the topics at this point.
Sorry, racism.
And?
Oh, that's it. That's all. I thought I hated something. I hated it. What was I hating on at the beginning of this? Iron Man 2? Yeah, that's good enough, right? Iron Man 2 and racism.
Oh, here's something that'll get you Mad Max. Mad Max. Ha. Funny. Anyways. Apparently, I heard about this news. It's not necessarily geek news, but I think it's news that'll piss off some of us. That apparently Netflix is going to make new episodes of Full House called Fuller House, starring, what was her name? The eldest daughter, DJ, and her family.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. Oh my goodness. Is the friend going to be there? Wait, which one of them went insane?
I think it was because the Olsen twins did go insane.
Well, kind of. It was the middle
power. Child. The middle one went nuts, I think.
Yeah.
I think
it's on there too.
It's going to focus on the eldest daughter and her friend, who was the weird person, the Urkel.
Okay, yeah, the weird friend, the annoying weird friend. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. That's going to be fucking terrible.
I'm
not watching the show.
I'm still debating in my head whether this is a real news story or not.
Yeah, it might still be an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't knock it, dude. There's a Girl Meets World series out there featuring the cast of Boy Meets World.
Nah, man. I don't subscribe to that.
It stars the main kid's daughter now.
Corey Matthews' daughter?
Yeah, Corey and Topanga got married and they had a kid, and now it follows her. And Topanga's in it. Topanga's a MILF now.
And Corey's in it?
Yeah.
Wow, man. They've literally been doing this all their lives. That's all they know. Hey, man, at least people are still watching. They still got some sort of audience. Good for them. They've been doing the same thing their whole lives. That's fucking crazy, man. They've been Corey and Topanga for 80 years. Are they actually married in real life?
No.
They're like Pat Sajak and Vanna White, dude.
Oh,
I'm making me sad, Mike.
That's so ridiculous. Girl meets world, it's their child. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
at least Family Matters would be the more interesting one if they tried to remake that. That would be either horrible or actually potentially interesting.
As long as they could have Bruce Willis come in playing the dude from Die Hard, I would be so on board. like they'd be having like regular family dinner, and Bruce Willis like flies in the window, suit and a Mac-10.
How weird would that be if Die Hard actually shared a universe with Family Matters? Like, before Family Matters took place, before he had that family, he changed his name to whatever it was in Family Matters.
Wasn't he a cop in the show?
What?
What?
What was his job in the show?
He was a cop.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a cop. Yeah,
But
dude,
he
it's
had
the same universe.
But he had a different name, so maybe after Die Hard 2 and the airport and stuff like that, he ended up like...
Yeah, dude, he changed his name so that John McClane could never find him again.
This crap.
Yeah, just because he kept dragging him into bad situations.
Yeah, dude. Or it's like, he was hiding from the Germans.
Oh, that's awesome. So I think
that would be awesome.
What?
That would be
Oh
awesome.
my goodness. I want to see the Die Hard movie where it's like Die Hard and Family Matters, or like they're in the same. It's this crazy Lethal Weapon 2 thing.
You hear us, Netflix? We want our Die Hard / Family Matters crossover.
Wait a minute.
Do it.
Just add Danny Glover and like Mel Gibson to it as well.
You gotta get Reginald Val Johnson, man.
I mean, the first Lethal Weapon wasn't Christmas time. So you could just meld it all together.
And what the hell? Let's get Tango and Cash in there. What the?
You work Tango and Cash in there? If you work Tango and Cash in there, doesn't that just make this more of an expendable situation?
Yeah, but funnier. And intentionally funny.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, because they're all going to be their characters. They're not going to just be the actors.
Right.
Yeah. This one is way better.
Oh, we forgot to mention, speaking of Tango and Cash, Robert Zadar passed away last week. You got
Who's that?
Maniac Cop,
Oh, okay.
Soul Taker. Yeah. Dude, Max, if you've seen a picture of him, you probably know who he was, because he has the unforgettable chin and jaw.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
But yeah, so God bless you, Robert Zadar. Work steadily.
Did we do racism? Are we allowed to go? Now?
That's how we got in the Family Matters Die Hard thing. Come on, man.
I'm just waiting for Phil to kill the feed.
On everything. Look, I do these shows for Joe, okay? And Joe expects certain things.
Speaking of which, Joe did actually write in. He's like, so because I suck and was watching The Flash, I missed the first 30 minutes today and the other review of Fast 7. Well, we've kind of caught you up to speed on everything we talked about, Joe. So
yeah, I was late for you, Joe. I was late for you so that you could get the rest of the story. Hey man, you go ahead and watch The Flash, man. It's a good show. I like that show. I don't know why I like it way more than Arrow. It's the same thing.
But we appreciate you listening nonetheless and having a laugh, hopefully.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I definitely think it's a more action show, though. It's more interesting action, I would say, rather than what Arrow is at this point, which seems to be moody action.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know, that soap opera, this love interest, like Felicity bouncing back and forth, I could really just do without. Like that's where the CW really shows through, and I don't like that, but they're still decent shows. Like I still watch them both, so. But I like The Flash a lot better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm caught up on Flash, and I'm about 11 episodes behind on Arrow. So.
Yeah, man, it's you gotta watch it in your own time, take it in small doses.
All right. So I think we beat the dead horse rather well. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Jason should be back next weekend, and we'll be able to be back full steam. This week, check out Animaniacs. That's still going on tomorrow, right? Right, Max?
Yeah. Ooh, Dan, I got the Batman versus Robin. So do you want to watch that instead of Astro Boy?
Sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Animaniacs about Batman versus Robin. Just came out, a new DC movie.
Cool.
All right, cool. And then on Thursday, me, Max, and Mike will be doing Sports Nerds. We're still down for that, right? That hasn't changed. I haven't heard. And then also feel free to what? Go ahead, Max.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, all things are go with Sports Nerds on Thursday.
Awesome. And then, so check out our website at 3geeks.ninja. We're starting to post more content on the website. Our Furious 7 review is up by Jason, and plus we've updated some of the graphics. Please let us know, and we're working on trying to get the things a little bit better, get things working a little smoother. As well, check out our iTunes. It's on the 3geeks.ninja website. If you click on the podcast link, that'll actually take you to the iTunes links, as well as can actually take you to the episodes if you just want to listen to them on your computer. As well, please feel to comment, like, and share this video. And if you have any thoughts, any ideas, if you feel like we're missing anything, please let us know, and we'll gladly try and help you out. From Dan, myself, Max, and Mike, good night.